record high home prices are the top concern among Latino voters. That's a result of a new survey released today from the Colorado Latino Policy Agenda. News 5's Eleanor Sheehan joins us with a closer look at that survey. Eleanor.
4 out of 10 Latino voters say the top concern for lawmakers should be addressing the cost of living and inflation, an issue many people can relate to.
There are people that are living in 2-bedroom apartments, and it could be 2 or 3 families living in there.
Bea, Dora, and Jackie are all a part of the Latina Equity Foundation in Colorado Springs. They focus on helping Latinas succeed in their professional careers. They say right now many families are having to share a house with other families just to get by.
So if the grandparents have a house, they end up taking in all the younger families just to survive. And so it's not a good situation.
In a newly released survey, the Colorado Latino Policy Agenda found that more than 1/3 of Latinos in Colorado say they cannot afford or can barely afford where they live.
That means their children are sleeping on the couch, or they're sleeping, it's just a very, cramped situation.
Dora says it's hard for families to afford housing because they have to put up a large amount of money when they're trying to get a new apartment or house.
By the time you pay the first month's rent, your deposit, your some type of application fee, I don't even know what that is, and it's more than, it could be up to $3,000 in one whack.
The survey reveals 8 in 10 say they have not seen real change in access to affordable housing. Despite several new apartment complexes being built in Colorado Springs, Dora doesn't expect this to bring housing prices down. That's because builders are having to invest more in construction materials.
I was one of those big apartment owners, investors. Why would I want to rent my apartment for such cheap money when I've spent all this money to build it?
66% of the respondents say their rent has gone up in the last year. Jackie says this is forcing some Latino families to move out of the city to Falcon and Peyton because housing is cheaper there.
They're getting pushed out into the county and to looking for cheaper rents, but then they end up paying more in gas money to get to work. There's other expenses that impact them.
Another top issue for Latino voters in the survey was more jobs with higher wages and access to affordable health care. Diane.
Eleanor, thank you.